something about whether you record to the computer or the cloud. And then I'm going to mute you all, but not me. That's better. And unmute myself. Okay, can you hear me? Yay! All right. First challenge overcome. Let's get you started, shall we? We're going to just start by warming your shoulders. Just gently roll, and I will check I am recording. Bear with me. Yes, I am. So just loosen up. So we're going to start with that nice top to toe warm up and mobilize. So just let your head come to your shoulder. Just wiggle your fingers, and then head comes back up and over to the other side. So you get that stretch through the side of your neck. And then bring one arm up for me, reach your hand up and ease down to the side. So we're going to stretch out. Take a big breath in here. Lift, and we are going to reach and come over to the other side. So just stretch over and come on back. And then if you just bring the backs of your hands together, so your eyes down to the floor, stretch out through your back, and then open up through your chest and hold. And again, bring the backs of your hands together. We're going to round your back, eyes down to the floor, and then stretch out through your back. And if you lift now onto one knee and balance, and just loosen up through your shoulders, and then let that leg come out to the side so you can hold your balance here. Good. Just press those hands out. Whilst you hold that balance, I'm just going to make sure I can see you all. So let me just, that's better. And then come back down. Then your other knee lift up and let this leg come out to the side and balance. Good. So again, we're going to stretch from fingertip to fingertip as you hold and come back down. And then just a little roll down, so half roll down. So you'll bring your hands into the back of the head. You're going to lift your head out and away from your shoulders. Soften the knees, your tail comes down, your head comes forwards, and we feel that stretch through the back of the neck. And then just start to roll forwards. Weight in the front of the feet, fingertips coming down, eyes down in towards the floor, and breathe in at the bottom. And as you exhale, we're going to lift through the ribs, through the lower back, and come all the way up to standing. Again, you're going to take that deep breath in, and on your out breath, head down, open through the shoulders, weight forwards, ease down in towards the floor, head and shoulders down, breathe in at the bottom. And as you exhale, start to slowly lift up. So just trying to feel you get that movement through your spine. And then from here, lift up onto the balls of your feet. We are going to lift, let your hands come out in front, shoulders down, heels down to the floor. Breathe in. And again, as you lift up onto the balls of the feet, we'll balance. Slowly come back down and then come onto one foot, step forwards, and let your leg lift up behind you and balance. So your palms come up, eyes down, heel lifted, step down, and then same thing on the other side. Let your leg come up, eyes down in towards the floor, and then back up to standing. And then if you just bring your feet nice and wide, hands come out in front, we're going to slowly lower down into a squat position. So feel your hips come back, those hands come forwards, up to standing. Again, slowly down, breathe in as you lower, nice and steady, up to standing. And once again, breathe in as you come on down. Hold that position, good. And then up to standing. The arms out in front, it's just to try and feel that that chest stays nicely upright. So your feet now round, hips width apart. Bring your hands down onto the bottom of your ribs. And we'll take a deep breath in here. Ribs come into your hands. And on your out breath, those ribs come back together. Again, we're going to take that deep breath in. Ribs into your hands, and on your out breath, those ribs back together. And once again, that deep breath in. slowly exhale and then loosen those shoulders. Now, if you take 1 foot forwards, 1 foot back, so we come into our fairly upright lunge position, a little bend through both knees. We're going to press your heel away, open the hips up, bring your hands out in front, bring your arms all the way up and over your head, and then ease a little lower down. So we just hold your lunge, hold that position, then bring your hands onto your shoulders. So we come into our twist, and we're going to just twist, look into your back elbow, come back round, and twist over to the other side, and back round. Again, from here, we are going to twist, come back in, and twist, and back in. And then if you can, just step onto that front foot again, and let your leg lift up once more into a balance, and lower down. Chain flex, bring that other foot forwards, 1 foot back, open the hip up, bring your hands up, and hold your balance, and then hands to your shoulders, and we are going to just twist and come back round, twist and round. Again, from here we're going to twist and in, and one more time, twist and back, and then step onto your front foot, let your leg come up, hands up, eyes down to the floor, and balance, and pop those feet back down, and then just back into your roll down. So again, at the end of your mat, bring your hands into the back of the head. Feel you can lift your head up and away from your shoulders. Big breath in, and then start to let your head come down, stretching out through the back of the neck. Weight comes forwards, ease down in towards the floor. Head and shoulders coming down to the mat. Then breathe in at the bottom. As you breathe out, we're going to lift the ribs, head and shoulders down, slowly up to standing. Breathe in at the top. Head and shoulders forwards, weight forwards into the fronts of your feet. Ease down in towards the floor, down towards the mat, and hold. Breathe in at the bottom. Slowly lift up to standing, all the way up to the top. And then once again from here, breathe in. And as you exhale, feel that you can just come one vertebra at a time down towards the floor. Ease down, and as you come down to the bottom, we'll come down onto your hands and knees. So if you want to come on down, and bear with me while I just bring you a little closer down to the floor. There we are. So from here, from your hands and knees, we are going to just bring one arm up. Open this arm up and twist, breathing in, and come back down, and then up to the other side. Bring your arm up, open up to the side, and lower. And then as you come back onto your hands and knees, just start to circle round, forwards into your shoulders, back into your hips to really feel you warm up through chest and shoulders. And then around the other way, forwards into your shoulders, into your hips, forwards and back, forwards and back. And then knees a little closer together, so knees under your hips, toes come under. We're going to breathe in. As you exhale, your knees lift and hover up and away from the mat. Breathe in to come on down. Again, exhale, we're going to let your knees lift and hover. Breathe in to come on down. And once again, breathe out. Let your knees lift and hover. And inhale as you lower and sit back. Bottom to your heels, hands forwards. Ease out and stretch out through your back. And then we'll come back up to your hands and knees. And from here, let your shoulders come together. Breathe in. Exhale, press and round your back. So now we're just thinking about your shoulder blades. And this is the one where you want to keep your elbows as stiff as possible and feel that you squeeze your shoulder blades together and then push them apart. And this is a great preparation for your push-up. It's also a really nice way of just mobilizing your shoulders, particularly if you're a bit stiff. And then we'll take this back into your twist, but this time all the way over to the side. So bring this arm up. So we come into this lovely side bend. So breathe in, your hand comes all the way up, and you're going to press the hand away and press the leg away and hold here for an in-breath. But as you breathe out, can you lift the arm and the leg up? So now you can feel that work through your hip, through your side. This arm lifts up. Breathe in, bring your arm up and over. Exhale, lift up. Again, breathe in, bring your arm up and over. And exhale, lift up. Then back to your hands and knees and over to the other side. So come on over, bring your hands up, let this arm come all the way up and over your head. We're going to breathe in, exhale as you lift. Breathe in, the arm comes up and over. Exhale, lift. Once again, breathe in, your arm comes up and over. Exhale, lift, and then back to your hands and knees. And then from here back to your hovers. So your toes come under. That deep breath into your ribs. As you exhale, your knees lift and hold. Breathe in to come down. Exhale, your knees lift and hold. And again, breathe in to come on down. And exhale as your knees lift and hold and lower. Then come round to seated. So start to get some more movement through your back. So we want to feel that we take your spine in this direction and then in this direction, so we get that extension. If you start with your heels coming out and away from you on the mat, bring your hands down by your sides, press into your hands, then lift your ribs up. So we're trying to feel that even if you're pushing your fingertips into the floor to help you do that, let the ribs come forwards. So we really find that you're extending and stretching, and then bring your hands forward so you round the back, so your eyes are down to the floor. And then again, hands down by your sides, press in, lift those ribs up. So you just find that extension through your spine. Hold there for a breath. And then those hands come forwards and we'll round out through your back. And then we'll bring your hands into the backs of your thighs. Get a little bit more movement into this. So hands here, gently we start to open up those hips. We're coming down towards the floor. And then slowly up to seated. So breathe in. On your exhale, we start to roll down towards the floor. Slowly up to seated. Once more, breathe in here. And as you exhale, start to roll down towards the floor. Can you let your heels come away and your arms come up? So now in this position, you feel you can draw your hips up to your ribs, let your fingertips come out in front. Soften the shoulders. Come on up. Come forwards. Stretch out through your back. And then your hands come behind you on the mat. We're going to press in, lift the ribs, feet come out and away, and all the way up here now. So we just open up through your back, lift up through your ribs, long through the back of your neck, and then back down to seated. Now take your feet a little wider. So we're going to pop them down, bring one hand down to the outside of your foot, lift the other arm up and hold for a breath. And then let your hand come down and bring this arm up in front. And then forwards, over to the other side, we'll reach. And then your hand comes down. Lift up. And then once more from here into your roll back. So bend your knees. Really consciously soften the shoulders. So just feel that your neck becomes longer. Send the crown of the head up to the ceiling. And then gently start to open up through your lower back. We come down in towards the floor, opening up through your hips. Let your heels come away. Let your arms come out, and we draw your hips up towards your ribs. Bring your arms up. Let your hands come down. Bring your arms up. Let your hands come down. Again, bring your arms up. Hands come down all the way up and forwards. Reach forwards, eyes down. Press your hands behind you so your palms come up. And then let your hands come down to the floor. And your first level on this is to just press and lift up through those ribs. So again, you get that extension through the spine. Second layer, if you want to, is to come all the way up and hold. And then we come back down to seated. And then just come into a roll. So if you bring your hands into the backs of your thighs, elbows out, those feet lift up, we're going to slowly roll back, come up to seated. Again, we're going to roll back, breathe in, come up to seated, and again, breathe in, roll back. Come up one more time, breathe in, roll back, and then stay back this time. And I want you to feel that your lower back presses now into the floor. So take the feet away, hands into the backs of your thighs. We're going to lift those ribs up so we keep pressing your lower back down into the floor. Soften those shoulders, lift up through the back of the neck, hold, and then come back down into the mat. Hands by your sides. Let your knees twist over and hold. And then those knees come back up and over to the other side. So just twist those knees over the other way and back up to seated. So I want us to get some movement through the lower back now. Hands down by your sides. Gently press through your feet. Let your pelvis curl under so your hips lift and come back down. Again, breathe in. Exhale, curl under so your hips lift. Come back down. And again from here, gently press, curl under so those hips lift and back down. And then let your knees come over your hips. So knees over hips, pelvis nice and heavy on the mat, ribs spread out on the mat, soften your shoulders. And we'll ease one leg away and bring that leg back in. Other side will come out and in. We're going to come out and in. So opening up across the top of your shoulders and back. Breathe out and in. Out and in. Again from here, ease the leg away. So we're just really focusing on the way those ribs connect with the mat, relaxing your shoulders, that pelvis nice and heavy. And then if you bring your hands nice and low down to your tummy, as the leg comes away, feel you can draw your tummy muscles away from your hands. So you've got that connection, and out and in and out. And then those feet come down to the floor. Let your hands come out by your sides and your knees over into a twist and hold. And then let your knees come back up. And we'll bring your knees all the way over to the other side and twist and hold. And then come back round to where we started. Then your hands by your sides, so we just gently press into the backs of your arms, and we're going to roll your pelvis under, come all the way up into a bridge at the top. Hold that position. Slowly roll back down in towards the mat. And again, breathe in. As you exhale, press through your feet. Start to roll under, come up, up, up into a bridge at the top. And slowly come back down in towards the mat. And once again from here, breathe in. And as you breathe out, roll under. This time, hold your bridge. So hold that bridge position. I want you to feel your tail comes under a little more. Hands down by your sides. Press into the backs of your arms, sliding the head away. So you feel you've got that control through your bottom. Draw your thighs a little closer together. Spread your feet out on the mat, lifting your hips. And then slowly come back down in towards the mat. Now, a nice stretch for your back here. Can you just point one toe? So you're going to stretch the leg away, point the toe, bring your arms up over your head.
As you exhale, let the leg come in and your lower back presses into the mat. And again, we'll send the leg away. So we're going to point your toe, reach your arms up over your head. And as you exhale, come back in. And again, breathe in, bring your arms up over your head. And as you exhale, come back in. Then that foot comes down to the floor and send your other leg out and away. So we're going to point, reach your arms up and over. Exhale, come on in. Breathe in, point, bring your arms up and over. Exhale, come back in. And once again, breathe in, bring your arms up and stretch. Exhale, back in. And then those feet back down to the floor. And then take your knees over to the side so we can twist, bring your arms out nice and wide and hold. And then the knees come back up and we'll send those knees over to the other side. So just holding that twist over the other way. And we'll come back round to where we started. So starting now into our pullover. So bring your hands up over your shoulders. Breathe in, bring your arms all the way up over your head and stretch out. And on your out breath, push those hands forwards as if you were pushing the air away and really feel those ribs connect to the floor. And as you do that, you'll also feel these tummy muscles working. So breathe in, the arms come up. We stretch those arms up. And as you exhale, the hands come up and we press those ribs in towards the mat. Then bring those arms up again. And this time, if you want to, as you come on up, just let your shoulders lift up and away from the floor. So we reach up towards your knees. Breathe in, bring those arms up and over. And again, on your out breath, we're going to roll up. We reach up towards your knees. Good. Now, can you let your knees lift? Again, that weight in the pelvis. Bring your hands into the back of the head. So now I can feel pelvis down, ribs down, shoulders lifted, tummy nice and steady. And then breathe in. One knee comes in as the other leg comes out and away. And we change. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more on each side. Breathe in, yes, and out. And then those feet back down to the floor. Shall we come to our roll up now? So you're going to come up to seated, roll on up. We'll do a few roll ups where we just roll down to the floor, and then we will do the full roll up. So you've got a choice of which one you want to do. So hands into the backs of your thighs. We start to roll down. Those knees come with you, head and shoulders down. Breathe in, and on your out breath, we're going to press your lower back into the floor and come back up. So we roll back, head and shoulders down. We come up to seated. We roll back, head and shoulders down. Now, if you want to, we extend those legs, bring your arms up over your head, and feel on your out breath, can roll smoothly up away from the floor, reach forwards past your feet, and then draw those ribs in all the way down to the floor. We're going to stretch out, lengthen, bring your arms up. On your out breath, we come forwards, eyes down, draw those ribs in all the way down to the floor. Good, we lengthen. How close can you keep your arms to your ears as you roll up? That's your next little challenge with this. Lengthening through the back of the body. And then we're going to come all the way down to the floor. And as you come down, roll over onto your side. Coming back into a twist here. So those knees are forwards, your hands forwards. And we're going to breathe in, bring your arm in, open up through your chest. Exhale, let your hand come back through. Again, breathe in, open up through your chest. Exhale, we come back through, and then head down on your arm, extend the legs out and away. And in this position, so start with your hand down for balance. Let your feet lift up so your side is lifted, tummy muscles in, tail into the back of your thighs and reach this arm up and balance. So we've got this control around your trunk. We lift your hips to the ribs. We let this arm lift up and balance and just hold there. If you need a hand down onto the floor to make sure you get this in the right place, then do. So one little tip here, just bring your feet slightly further forward than you think you need to, because that way you make sure you really connect through the front of the body. Then I want you to let the top leg go and feel the inner thigh is doing as much work as you can, and reach this arm up. This arm is nice and strong and straight. Good. Then can you take that top leg a little higher? Keep sending those legs away. So you create this tension for yourself through your trunk, through your body. Think about how much you could stretch out your spine. So what if you sent that top leg further away? And what if you took this arm up and over your head now? So you get that really lovely sense of stretch through your spine as you hold that position, and then let your feet come down into the floor. Then, I love this stretch, you're going to bring your knee forwards. So this knee's down on the floor. This arm's going to lift up. The top leg is lifted. Now bring your top leg forwards as the other arm comes back. And then bring the leg back as your hand comes forwards. So we bring the leg forwards, your arm comes back. We bring the leg back, your hand comes forwards. Again, forwards, forwards, open up, back, back, hand comes forwards, and then just up onto your forearm now. So we stay with this sense of elongation through your spine. So we're going to bring your arm all the way up and over your head, and think about that side bend. Breathe in. And now as you exhale, we're going to lift the side and bring your arm up. So we let your hip come down, bring your arm up and over, and then we let your side lift and bring that arm up. One more time, down and stretch and lift and hold, and then just come to have a seat and take this arm all the way over, and we'll stretch over to the other side so we get the stretch down this side of your spine. And then from here, we'll come round and over the other way. So starting with your twist, your knees forwards, your hand forwards. We're going to breathe in, open up and stretch out here. Shoulders coming down to the floor. And exhale, we come back through the other way. Breathe in to open up and stretch. Exhale to come back through the other way. And again, breathe in, open up and stretch. And slowly we come back through the other way. And then we're going to bring your arm under, legs out. So we are back into your side lying position. So starting here, let those feet just come in front of you a little, hips stacked, ribs in. Take this hand, this little check, bring your hand into the lower back, into the bottom of the ribs, press your back into your hand so you feel that connection through your tummy. Hands down, legs lifted, and balance. And we just take that top leg a little further away. Then can you bring this arm up and balance? So soften those shoulders. If that feels too wobbly, just have a fingertip down on the floor. And then like we did on the other side, can you take that top leg further so you really feel you lengthen through your side? Can you let the bottom leg, the top leg lower again now, and feel the bottom leg doing the work? So that inner thigh having to work quite hard. Then take that top leg a little higher, stretch it away. Can you bring your arm up over your head? So now we're focusing on how much length you can create through your spine. Can you get an inch taller by the end of the class? We're going to reach out, we're going to stretch out, lengthen, hold, and then back down to the floor. Then we bend your bottom knee, the top leg comes out, the arm comes up, and we're going to bring that leg forwards, and this arm comes back as you breathe in, and then the other way. Bring that leg forwards, open up. Bring that leg back, your hand comes forwards. Again, bring that leg forwards, your arm comes out. And bring that leg back, your hand comes forwards. And then onto your side, onto your forearm, into this side bend. So we start with this arm all the way up and over. We stretch, and then we're going to let your hip lift and bring your arm up. So this is like your bit where you create that tension through your trunk and through your side. As your hip comes down, we're going to bring this arm up. And as the hips lift up, we bring the hand up. Again, we come down, find that stretch, and we lift up, find that lift, and then have a seat and reach and stretch out through your side. And then come round now for me onto your hands and knees, please. So we're going to create that space between your ears and your shoulders. Hold here for a couple of deep breaths into your ribs. Let it go. And then your toes come under, your knees hover, and we are going to step your feet out now into your plank position. So feel you're pushing the floor away, you're drawing your hips up to your ribs. There's that space between your ears and your shoulders as we hold. Just feel that you can float those ribs up a little higher and create more space in your neck. Could you let your body weight come forwards more over your hands as you hold, and then sit back and stretch out, your hands coming forward. So we get this now, lovely stretch. Don't worry, no push-ups today. You don't need to be worried. We're going to slide one hand further forwards than the other. I know I sometimes sneak them in here. And then let your other hand come a bit further forwards on the other side. So again, really focusing on that side stretch, that stretching out one side of the spine, stretching out the other side of the spine, and then onto your hands and knees, and then into a twist. So now that full twist. So bring your arm up, reach up, breathe in, and then let your hand come through, either to the back of your shoulder or all the way round to your thigh. And this gives you a really nice stretch across the middle of your back. So hold for a breath. And then back to your hands and knees. Other side, bring your arm up and hold. And then let your hand come under to the back of your shoulder. And if you can, all the way around onto your thigh. And then back to your hands and knees. And then again from here, nice and long through your neck, toes under, knees hover, step your feet out. Press through your hands to feel that work through your shoulders and through your back. Draw your hips up to your ribs, and then back and back into this stretch. So let your hands come forwards and stretch out through your back. Then from here, all the way down to the floor. So just let your hands come out in front now. Little shuffle. Press through the heels of your hands. We're going to let your ribs come up now. So we'll open up through your chest and slowly come back down. Again, we're going to gently press. Let your ribs come forwards. Slowly come on down. And can you, see, take one leg out. So now the hip drops down to the floor. The leg lifts. We feel that work through your bottom and the back of the thigh. Bring the leg down. Other side, lift up. Bring the leg back down. Lift up. So really opening that hip up. And lift and lower. Lift and lower. And again from here, lift and down. And then we'll come to your forearms. Press. Eyes down in towards the floor. Draw your hips up in towards your ribs and hold. And if you want to, from here, up onto your toes and hover. Press in and then down to the floor. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Let the ribs come up. And if you can, come all the way up now. So we open up through the fronts of your hips and stretch and sit back and stretch out through your back. Hold. And then I think it's time for another little roll. So if you come around into the middle of your mat and bring your hands to the backs of your thighs, let your elbows come out. This time, I want you to bring those feet a bit higher. So that's going to make sure that back opens up a little bit more. I'm going to just move ever so slightly vertical. There. So let your feet come up and then breathe in, roll back. Exhale, come up. And it's all about the control. You don't want to ping all the way up onto your tail. You want to keep focusing on this space between your shoulder blades and the back of the pelvis. Trying to create that smooth roll. Breathe in back. Exhale up. Breathe in back. Little spine massage. Breathe in back. Exhale up. And on the next one, come on down. Stay down. And we're going to just keep those feet lifted. So balls of the feet up to the ceiling. Shoulders down by your sides. And then we'll roll up. We're going to bring your hand into the back of your calf. Ease the other leg out and away. And change. Breathe in. Exhale, lengthen. Breathe in. Exhale, lengthen. Can you bring your hands into the back of the head as we come in and change and in and down to the floor. Then take one leg up. So the ball of the foot comes up to the ceiling, hands out by your sides. Take this leg across your body now so you feel the stretch through the outside of your hip. Then back to center and then take this leg out to the side and back to center. Breathe in, that leg's going to come over, back to center, out to the side and down. And then the same thing on the other side. So let this leg come up, the ball of the foot comes up, hands out by your sides. We'll come across and in, out to the side and back. Again from here, breathe out, come over, inhale back to center, out to the side, back to center, once again across and in and side and in, and then those feet back down in towards the floor. And then with your hands by your side, so we're pressing into the backs of your arms. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, gently press and roll all the way up now into a bridge at the top. And slowly roll back down in towards the mat. Breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, we're going to roll up in towards a bridge and hold. And slowly come back down in towards the floor. And once again, breathe in. And as you breathe out, roll under, up. Hold your bridge now. So we press into the backs of your arms and then let one leg lift up and lower that leg down. Let your other leg lift up and lower that leg down. Again from here, let one leg lift up, lower that leg down. One more time. One leg comes up, lower the leg down, and all the way back down in towards the mat. And as you come down now, we're going to bring your knees together, your feet slightly wider than your knees, just to allow that lower back to open up. Bring your hands to your tummy, soften those shoulders, and we'll just take a deep breath in here. And slowly exhale. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Deep breath into your sides. And then just bring your knees in towards your chest and slowly circle your knees round. And then slowly circle them round the other way. And from here, we'll come up to seated. Going to just bring your hands down by your sides. And let your ear come to your shoulder, so we stretch out through your neck. And up and over the other way. And then bring one hand down. We're going to reach this arm up and stretch. And up and over the other way. And then ease down, chest into your thigh to stretch out through your hip and through your back. And down in front, gently come on down. And then over to the other side. Let's twist, looking over your shoulder. And round and twist over to the other side. And then lift up, drop down, and let's come round now onto your hands and knees. And we'll just take one foot back. So press your heel away, stretch out through your calf. And we're going to press through your hands, let your head come down, those ribs lift up. Lengthen through the back and down, and then other side. Take that foot out, just gently stretch that heel away. Press, round out through your back. Lengthen through your back, and slowly from here, we're going to start to come up. So come on to your heels. Heels come down to the floor, stretching out through your calves. And we'll let your hips lift up. Pause for a moment and then lift around your back. And we are going to come all the way up to standing. Bear with me. Good. So from here, we're going to just bring your arms out by your sides, reach over and stretch, and come back in, over to the other side, come back in, and then backs of your hands together, bend, lift your arms up, hands all the way out behind you, take a big breath in here, and slowly come on down. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Bear with me while I just switch off my recording and I will be back with you. Hang on, press the wrong button.